maximize your potential, where we highlight leaders who are making a big impact both locally and worldwide. I'm Morgan Young, and today I'm joined by our host, David Sillick. David, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you, Morgan. My pleasure.
Yes, absolutely. And we have a special guest today, Rich Kahn with Anura Solutions, LLC. Thank you, Rich. So, David,
thanks for having me
kick it
today.
off. Yes, thank you. Kick it off for us. You have some questions for Rich?
Rich, I found your company very interesting. I clicked on your website and scrolled through it. Looks like you're in the ad tech space, primarily B2B. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how you got started in it?
Sure. It's an online ad fraud detection solution. Kind of call it like a visitor firewall. We can identify if a visitor is real or fake. And by fake, we're talking about bots, malware, human fraud farms, things like that. In 2003, my wife and I started an ad network. Think of Google, a lot smaller. And as soon as we started running into issues with poor quality traffic. So I started doing some research, realized it was fraud. And I remember saying to my wife, I don't want to be the guy solving fraud. So let's just go buy a solution, bolt it on, and call it a day. And the first commercially available solution didn't come out until 2008. So as a developer, I figured, you know what, we need the solution. Let me just write it myself. Wrote it myself. It worked great. And then over the years, we had clients asking to use it outside of our network. And eventually in 2017, we launched Anura as a standalone fraud solution product that people can license for any channel of marketing that they do.
Is it a SaaS business, or how does the revenue model work?
Yep, it's a SaaS business. So people sign up for a package based on the number of visitors that we're scanning each month. We don't nickel and dime them on number of users are going to log into the system, number of websites we're protecting that they own. It's just based on the amount of visitors that we scan.
And why is that of such value to small businesses? Really, our viewership tends to be in that SMB market.
So let's paint the picture. Last year, from what I understand, as a global society, we spent $640 billion in digital marketing. Last year, based on our results, and I'm saying this is a little conservative, we've identified that 140 billion was stolen by fraudsters. So it's no longer a question of if you have fraud going on, if you're buying marketing, it's how much fraud do you have. And what we've identified is, on average, when we bring on a new client, we're identifying on average about 25% of the traffic that they're buying is fraud. And it can range depending on where they're buying their traffic. So if you knew that 25% of the traffic you're buying is not going to convert, and you have a tool that can eliminate that for you so that your marketing budget goes towards stuff that will convert, you typically will see a 20 to 25% increase in ROI almost immediately by turning the solution on. So that becomes a real big value, because everybody that's spending money on digital marketing is trying to figure out how to maximize the ROI on their campaigns. And this is one easy step to do that.
So give me a little insight. What's the value to the fraudsters? I mean, why do they do this?
$140 billion. It's about the money, right? I mean, if they're, and actually I read a report, don't know if it's true, but I read a report. I read reports all the time. And one of the reports said that the average fraudster earns $5 million a year.
Wow.
So that's the incentive.
Goodness.
So when you can eliminate that out of your click flow, if you will, you're maximizing your ad spend.
Correct. And you're increasing your ROI, which is ultimately what every media buyer is trying to accomplish, is how do I get a little bit more performance for the same budget? And if you can make an adjustment to jump 25% with a simple change, it's almost a no-brainer.
And how do you go to market with your service? How do you find customers?
We do a lot of content marketing, so we produce a lot of rich materials for people like I said, your audience, may not be in the market to spend money for a fraud solution today, but they want to learn more about what to look for, what they can do right now. So we produce a lot of ebooks. We just produced the internet's first comprehensive guide on ad fraud, which is about a 60 or 70 page book. Goes into a lot of detail, how to identify it, what steps you can do today, how you can track it down, how you can eliminate some of it on your own. So we get a lot of organic traffic that way. And then the two biggest ways we get new clients is trade shows. We do a lot of events every year, and client referrals.
Excellent. And to wrap up, can you share one recent personal success story?
Sure. I'm trying to think of a good one for you guys. May not be as recent, but it's a good one. We had a company. It's $1 billion company. They're an ad network. They generate performance marketing, so lead generation for a lot of different companies and vendors. Some big Fortune 1000 companies, and they were using our software in a small division. They weren't quite sure if they trusted our data. Right? We're at the time we were a relatively new company at the time that they joined us. And what I liked about this is they said, you know what, we're going to give it a shot on one of our performance sides of the network. And basically the case study they gave us back was phenomenal. They said once they deployed our technology, their clients saw an average of 20 to 25% increase in ROI without any other change, just simply deploying our software.
Wow.
And that's kind of what our clients see.
Wow. How incredible. So what I'm hearing is to maximize your potential, we need to maximize that protection and really protect the websites, protect the ads. So thank you for all that you're doing with Anura Solutions. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Maximize Your Potential. If you want more information about Anura Solutions or about David Sillick over here, you can head on over to dailynewsnetwork.com. We have all the info right there. We'll see you in the next episode of Maximize Your Potential.